Do you believe time travel is possible? Greetings, I'm Enigmadness, your guide on this mind-bending journey through some of the most fascinating and mind-twisting time travel theories out there. Today we'll dive deep into 10 time travel theories that could actually be real, exploring the strange and surreal possibilities that make you question the very nature of reality. Make sure to stay until the end, because theory number 1 might just convince you that time travel is closer than you think. Number 10. The Grandfather Paradox. The Grandfather Paradox is one of the most well-known and puzzling time travel theories. Imagine going back in time and accidentally, or intentionally, preventing your grandfather from meeting your grandmother. If your grandfather never meets your grandmother, then your parent wouldn't be born, and neither would you. But if you were never born, how could you have gone back in time in the first place? This paradox opens up all kinds of questions about the nature of time and causality. Some scientists believe that this paradox could be resolved by the existence of multiple timelines or parallel universes. In one universe, you exist, while in another, you don't. But the real mystery is whether such paradoxes could ever happen in reality, or if the universe has a way of preventing them entirely. What do you think? Could traveling back in time create alternate realities, or would it unravel the very fabric of space-time as we know it? Let us know in the comments below. Number 9. The Bootstrap Paradox. The Bootstrap Paradox is another time travel mystery that defies logic. It occurs when an object or piece of information sent back in time becomes the very thing that allows it to exist in the first place. Imagine if a scientist receives blueprints for a time machine from their future self. They build the time machine using those plans and eventually travel back in time to give their younger self the blueprints. The question is, where did the original blueprints come from? This paradox suggests that certain events or objects may have no true origin, existing in an endless loop. Theories suggest that information or objects caught in this loop could be self-created, existing without a clear point of origin. But how could this actually happen? Could time loops be real? Or are we just misunderstanding the flow of time? Does this theory blow your mind? Or do you think there's a logical explanation we haven't figured out yet? Let us know your thoughts. Number 8. The time slip phenomenon. The time slip phenomenon involves individuals who claim to have experienced brief moments where they accidentally traveled through time. These stories often involve people finding themselves suddenly in the past or future for a short period before being snapped back to their original timeline. Many witnesses report detailed experiences, seeing historical events unfold, interacting with people from different time periods, or even wandering through places that no longer exist in the present. Some scientists theorize that time slips could be related to glitches in the fabric of space-time, while others believe they're hallucinations or simply vivid dreams. But what if these people are telling the truth? Could it be possible to briefly slip through time without any control over it? Have you ever experienced anything like this? If so, leave a comment and tell us your story. Number 7. Wormholes as time tunnels. Wormholes are theoretical passages through space-time that could potentially allow for time travel. These shortcuts through the universe could connect distant points in space and time, making time travel a reality, at least in theory. The idea is that if you could enter a wormhole and exit at a different point in time, you could essentially jump forward or backward in history. Some physicists believe that if wormholes exist, they could be incredibly unstable, collapsing almost instantly and preventing any form of travel. Others speculate that with the right technology, a stable wormhole could be created. But the real mystery is whether these shortcuts exist at all. And if they do, could we ever learn to control them? What do you think? Are wormholes the key to unlocking time travel, or are they just a far-off science fiction fantasy? Number 6. The Novikov self-consistency principle. The Novikov self-consistency principle suggests that time travel might be possible, but that events in the past are unchangeable. In other words, even if you travel back in time, you wouldn't be able to alter any significant events because the universe would prevent it from happening. For example, if you went back in time to stop a historical event like a war, something would intervene to ensure that the event still happens. This principle is rooted in the idea that the timeline must remain consistent, and any attempt to change the past would be impossible. But could this really be true? Could the universe be designed in a way that prevents us from altering history, no matter how hard we try? Do you think time travel is possible but predetermined? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Number 5. The Chronovisor. The Chronovisor is an alleged time-viewing device built by a group of scientists, including a Catholic priest, in the 1960s. According to conspiracy theorists, this device allowed its users to see and even record past events. Some claim the Chronovisor was used to witness historical moments like the crucifixion of Jesus Christ or the fall of the Roman Empire. While there's no solid evidence that the Chronovisor ever existed, the concept of a device that could allow us to see the past raises fascinating questions. Could such technology ever be developed? And if we had the ability to witness any event in history, what would we choose to see? What moment in time would you want to witness with the Chronovisor? Share your thoughts. Number 4. John Titor, the time-traveling soldier. One of the most famous time travel stories comes from an internet forum in the early 2000s. A user named John Titor claimed to be a time traveler from the year 2036, sent back in time to retrieve an old IBM computer. Titor made numerous predictions about the future, some of which have yet to come true, but his detailed descriptions of future technology and life sparked curiosity and debate across the internet. While many believe Titor's story was a hoax, others argue that it's one of the most convincing time travel accounts ever told. Could John Titor have been a real time traveler, or was it an elaborate internet prank? Do you think John Titor's story holds any truth? Let us know your theory. Number 3. Time dilation and Einstein's theory of relativity. Albert Einstein's theory of relativity suggests that time travel is theoretically possible, at least to the future. According to Einstein, as objects approach the speed of light, time slows down for them relative to observers at rest. This phenomenon, known as time dilation, has been observed in experiments involving high-speed particles. The faster you travel, the slower time moves for you, meaning you could, in theory, jump into the future by traveling at near-light speeds. This concept doesn't allow for backward time travel, but it opens the door to the possibility of forward time travel. Could technology one day advance to the point where we could send humans into the future using time dilation? Would you take the opportunity to travel to the future if you could? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Number 2. The many worlds interpretation. The many worlds interpretation suggests that every time a decision is made, the universe splits into multiple timelines where each possible outcome plays out. This theory, often discussed in the context of quantum mechanics, implies that time travel could create a new branch of reality every time a change is made. In one timeline, you go back in time and change the past, while in another, the original timeline remains intact. This idea of parallel universes means that time travel wouldn't create paradoxes, but instead would lead to new, alternate realities. The big question is, could we ever find a way to interact with these other timelines? What do you think? Could time travel really create alternate universes? Number 1. The Philadelphia Experiment. The Philadelphia Experiment is one of the most enduring conspiracy theories related to time travel. According to legend, in 1943, the U.S. Navy conducted an experiment to make a warship, the USS Eldridge, invisible to enemy radar. The story goes that the ship not only became invisible but also traveled through time and space, reappearing moments later in a different location. Some even claim that crew members were fused into the ship's structure due to the time distortion. While no evidence supports these claims, the Philadelphia experiment continues to intrigue conspiracy theorists and paranormal enthusiasts. Could the government have accidentally discovered time travel during World War II? Do you believe the Philadelphia experiment was real, or is it just another conspiracy theory? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And that's how we've reached the end of this fascinating but mind-bending journey through 10 time travel theories that could be real. Each of these theories challenges our understanding of time, space, and reality itself. But remember, these stories don't end here. They remain suspended in the shadows of your mind, waiting to be rediscovered once again. If you've enjoyed this experience and want more stories like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to join us on our next adventure into the unknown. Until the next journey, fellow explorers.